Hey everybody, welcome back to another Destiny 2 Fashion Friday. Today we are doing something a little interesting. I was gonna do a review of the fashion festival of the Lost Fashion Show, but decided to wait until all the entries got picked. Obviously, it makes a little sense to me to do that. So we're just gonna wait till probably next week, I think. Next Friday will be that. If you haven't won yet, maybe you will between now and then, and I will review your set. Today, though, we are going to be doing a random color palette challenge. I do not think I'll be using the silhouette that is before you. Just wanted to get the first screen here on Destiny so you didn't get too confused. But we will be using this colors.co website, and once I hit that start to generator, it's going to give me some colors in a palette that match each other, and I'm going to do my best to match those. But as you can imagine, there's not a shader for literally every color, and there's not shaders for literally every pair of colors either, so it's going to be difficult for sure. And I might not succeed completely, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's a different kind of challenge. I've challenged myself in other ways. This is the only really way I can think of to make it a shader challenge, really. So let's check it out. Let's see what palette we get. Okay, that sea green Crayola is gonna be very hard. I think the iris is doable. The flirt is doable. Jazzberry Jam, great name. I don't know. That one's gonna be tough, I think. I can't think of a good shader for that one. And I think the Dark Sienna is doable. Definitely, yeah, definitely. I see Rivalry Stoic being pretty good for the Dark Sienna. There's a few hot pinks for the flirt, actually. And the iris to me is like mostly blue but a little purple. Maybe Dreaming Spectrum. That blue's a little more purple probably than that. That might be close enough. Sea green Crayola though, that's gonna be a tough one. That one I'm not sure. We can glance back at this, of course, but let's work on our silhouette first. How about that? We are gonna be rolling no exotic, I think, just to make it a little easier to get a nice clean silhouette. And the silhouette might change just based on what kind of colors show well on the different pieces of armor as well. So this does not shade very drastically. We've got a lot of loud colors here, so I kind of feel like we should go for a lot of detail in the set, and let a lot of those colors. I like this helmet actually. I like the glow that comes through, and especially right there actually does well to get one of those colors actually already. It's like that flirt, I guess, is what that one was. And that's a great helmet too. Definitely worth transmogging if I even decide to go through with it. Do you like this? Is this the same set? It is not. It is the Eververse store set. I like that blade kind of going with the eyes there. Kind of have they're the same shape almost. It's kind of cool little element. Let's try to build off of that. We've got a nice knight, kind of light armor knight, kind of like a Queen's Guard maybe. Someone who doesn't see the fight, the action as much, and their fashion is a little more important. Let's see. I think this does a really good job in that theme. I kind of like it actually. It's a little bulky for those arms. Let's zoom out. Yeah, a little bulky. Maybe we can get some legs on this that help even it out a little bit, but we might have to reconsider the arms or the chest piece going forward. The Righteous Strides are classic for the knight armor look. You can do those or the actual Virtuous Strides with the glow. We do have a glowing element in the helmet, so it might be nice to get a matching glow to span across the set. You get the blades matching maybe even too. That would be nice. We'll keep that in mind. We'll lock that in for now, but I might try something a little different. It's not lining up with my vision perfectly, but it might be what we end up with. Don't really like the Frumious strides here. They don't think they quite fit. These Neiman strides look really nice actually with these with this chest piece. I might start playing with these two here. I like the fabric elements, might help us with the shaders. Not sure about these Meridian Constellation gloves now though, so maybe dodging those. But you know, if you like that combo with the helmet, make sure you check that out. I think that could be really cool for a set. So we need a little bit of a bulkier arm. Definitely the bulky legs didn't, you know, help those arms look any bigger. You know, that's kind of obvious, I guess. I could have done a slimmer leg, and it may have kind of made it this more dramatic of a chest piece, but it helped balance. It might have helped balance out the arms being a little smaller. But I went bulky, and I like the combo of those, so I'm gonna switch off of these. So this is a nice little tip. I'm pausing on these Ginsum Knight grips. These are the actual set match with this chest piece. And I think this, looking at these and how they flow together can give you a good idea of, you know, what they were thinking of when they designed. And, you know, to be honest, I don't really like these together. So this is not helping that much, but that could be a nice little tip for you in the future, just to get like a silhouette idea and a theme idea. So maybe see another piece with similar themes and, you know, you say, hey, oh, well, that's what they were thinking. So maybe that does look good if you're not sure about it, you know. These look pretty good. I really like these X's down grips. They've got that, I think they've got the right amount of bulkiness, and I like the little details in the shoulder here, and you got nice little bips and bobs of metal. Let's make sure they shade well. Looks like they shade perfectly, so might keep these on. Actually, I really like these gloves. I haven't used them ever actually, but they look really nice here in this medium. It's kind of a heavy bulk actually. I'm a pretty bulky set. So this is always a fun part for the hunters, picking a nice cloak. I like to do the front look here first. I think that's super important if you're doing like screenshots or, you know, thumbnails like me. But, you know, if you're, you know, always the leader of the pack, you might want to get the butt angle and focus on that a little bit more. Both are very important though, and I definitely do consider both. I mean, the Empyrean Cartographer cloak, I'm not sure you could find a set of armor that it doesn't look pretty cool on. We're gonna try to avoid it, but I mean, it does look pretty cool. It look pretty cool. Big fan of this Cairo Function cloak too. I love the little like teeth. You so much to do a dino armor with the teeth. I have not bought the dino armor, so can't do that. But it's a pretty interesting idea actually. Kind of like that. Has a nice little it looks like rope texture really. Kind of looks good with the texture that's in that gap there. Wouldn't mind that one at all. I'm definitely you know, checking out these Iron Banner ones. I think these are always really nice for your night looking sets. I am really loving this combo, this little star here and this little I'm not even sure what to call that, kind of on the crown of your head little ornament. Looks really cool. You know, this little pattern right here really reminds me of the Guardians game cloak. Where is that? Here? Not this one. This guy. Doesn't that kind of look similar? Maybe I'm tripping. A little bit. A little similar. I am loving this though. This might be what we go with. Just a quick silhouette. I kind of like talking through it. Let me know if you like that style of building a silhouette with you guys. And maybe I'll do some more of that in the future. But we've got our silhouette. Let's take a gander back at our colors. Sea Green Crayola, Iris, Flirt, Jazzberry Jam, and Dark Sienna. So like I said, I'm definitely going to check out Rivalry Stoic. They did not give us any really like neutral colors here. Like no white or black to play into a little bit, but Rivalry Stoic is absolutely going to give us some white. So let us just hit the old. I'm hitting the whole whole set with that. See where it takes us first. Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. That's actually like perfect for this iris too, man. The iris is perfect on this. That is great. Okay. The helmet is locked in rivalry stoic. No, for sure. That is 2 colors that are being represented by that. You know me, we're gonna be trying to do a 5 shader set. Let us look at some pinks. Let's take a quick look at the pink we're looking for. This Jazzberry Jam and Flirt. So it's really hot pink purple and like, you know, what can you say? It's Flirt and Jazzberry Jam. So we're looking for Flirt and Jazzberry Jam here. I think these are both going to be kind of tough. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely have a struggle with once I see a new color, it's like I forget the color I'm supposed to be trying to match. So this is going to be a little tough outside the game. This is the Sunrise Warrior match. Kinda with the Jazzberry Jam. Kind of. I'll hit it with a kind of. The hold on, let's do this. It does look really good actually with that red. I mean, it is a palette that they gave me, so I shouldn't be that surprised, but it does look good. I think I like the chest piece here with it, just because I don't like this pink. It's not in our color palettes, and I don't want to add too many alternative colors. So let's lock it. Oh, nope. Let's lock in Sunrise, and let us continue. Looking for a Flirt and maybe a sea green Crayola, but that is gonna be our toughest challenge for sure. You know, that doesn't look that bad for sea green Crayola. Lilac Bomb Set. It might be the best we get. We'll remember Lilac Bombast. I don't think the Verdigris is the right color. Could be, but I do not think so. I think it's more that Lilac Bombast. It's like that seafoamy green. That looks pretty good, but we're getting, you know, there's only copper. A lot of copper coming in on most of those pieces, so might be a little tough. Not really seafoamy. I wish it was more seafoamy. That's Avalon Teal. Looks very close, but not quite. That's the Lion's Pride here. New shader does not look bad. It's got that Flirt, I think, pretty close. Pretty close. It is adding in this blue. Not on the cloak though. So maybe we'll lock that into the cloak. It does make the cloak look really plain back here though. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. Let us lock this in. Let us undo these. See where we're at. Not bad. I would say not bad. The white in the mask definitely helps that transition. The white in the chest. Yeah, definitely using white as a good glue to these kind of bold colors. Bold color changes here going on. I think these arms are going to be pretty tough to shade actually. Let us look for a good seafoam green on these, but I think that might be impossible. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but just from what I've seen, these fabric pieces here look to be maybe lower in the shader zone. So they are getting a lot of these like dark grays, you know, dark browns, dark, you know, blacks, you know, dark black, you know, it's just black, but we will see. We'll try. Gloam Strife, you know, that was a chance because that teal is just buried down there. So, you know, it's really rare to see it. I was hoping maybe that would come through, but it did not. So I really think this Tarnished Copper is going to be a shader we probably need to lean into. It's definitely got the most seafoam greeny of like all the shaders I've seen. It's just not coming through on this gloves, unfortunately. So we are going to have to switch it up and try to find something that shows it off, like right here. I mean, not these are a little skinny for the set, but you can see that color is pretty, you know, dead on to what we want. And we want very little of that copper. I don't think that copper looks great with these other colors. And that is going to be a steep challenge. I'm going to be probably just rolling through each armor piece. So I will drag you back in if I find any good ones. All right, I think we might have to give up on tarnished copper on the arms specifically. We are going to have to try on the legs. And as you can see, these legs are not great. So tarnished copper might not be our pick, even though it is the closest. And that is tough. Unless I find a better, seafoamy green shader, we might have to switch up our silhouette. Unfortunately, but let's take a gander real quick through some shaders. Try to get a seafoam green. I know the ones I usually pair with tarnished copper, and I'm not thinking they have that much of a glowing green. You guys might know one and are screaming at me to try it, but I cannot think of one off the top of my head. Bro, where the F is tarnished copper? Cannot find it. Tarnished copper. Oh my god, there you are. Thank you. Okay, so I kind of gave up on tarnished copper on these arms and legs, and I didn't want to redo the entire silhouette. So I tried to find a cloak with the seafoam green in the tarnished copper, and this is the best I could find. I don't think it looks terrible. It would not be my first choice, but it is the literally like one of like two or three, and is the best looking that use the seafoam green well, at least, and around that hood. So we're gonna go with this. It is a little bit scuffed, I would say, a little unideal, but it allows us to keep these arms, which I really do like in the silhouette. And we are going to now try to find a Crimson Passion. Might be it already. A good arm shader. I do like the Crimson Passion here. I don't like these little dots, however, but this could be serviceable. Other than that, the colors match up well, at least. Let's take a little bit longer of a gander. We'll lock that in though. No, not quite what we're looking for. The blues, there's a lot of blue there that doesn't really match up with our palette. Try not to go too far off the palette with other colors, as I think that would make it a little easier, really. Oh, it's a nice shader though for the arms here. Okay, I think we're locking in with the Crimson Passion. Almost said tarnished copper because it showed up for a second. So this should be fun. Let's get a refresher. What do we need? So we've got the trying to remember the color name. We got the Jazzberry Jam. We got the Flirt. I think pretty much covered. We've got the Iris covered in the eyes, but we could get more of that represented, maybe in the legs. That'd be nice. And we've got the Seafoam Green, which was probably the hardest one to manage and the one that's hindering the set, I guess, more than I would like. But it's still, we got it locked in there. And then we've got that Dark Sienna in the helmet. So honestly, I would love to see some more of the Dark Sienna and the Iris somewhere else down here in the legs, but getting both of those without using Rivalry Stoic, even with using Rivalry Stoic, it wouldn't show the Iris. That's going to be tough. Definitely going to be grinding through some shaders. That does look pretty good. It doesn't have the Dark Sienna that we wanted. The texture's a little weird, but that's not a bad start. It's gonna be tough. Gonna be tough to find all of those things in one shader, I think. That blue's not right, but it does look cool. I like the hot pink detailing in the little fabric part there. This one's gonna be tough. Oh, here's Rivalry Stoic. Yeah, like I said, you get the Dark Sienna, but there's no glowy bits for that Iris part to show up well. Dang, that does look nice. Silver Tactical. I forgot about that shader. Hold on. Silver Tactical. Wait, get out of here. Oh, nope. We were on this. Oh, a lot of, well, not a lot. Little orange pieces. We can maybe get a different cloak with less orange pieces. That looks pretty cool. Doesn't have like the hot seafoam green though. That's the other shader has. Tarnished copper. Yeah, these other shaders are they're just not quite hitting that seafoam green. So let's get back on track. These are really nice though. The Silver Tactical. If you're looking for a shader suggestion. Dang, I was on a bit of a tangent there. I went through a lot. So I went through Silver Tactical on a lot of different cloaks, trying to squeeze it out, but this is just a little desaturated. The seafoam green that we're being challenged with is just really bright and just not. It doesn't feel quite right. And I want to hit it spot on for this first challenge, even though it is a very tough one. So once again, we're looking for that iris, maybe the dark sienna. We would prefer our neutral color to be white and not black, to go with the rest of the set's neutral color. Always love a dreaming cast. Not a bad dark sienna-ish color there, but the rest of it is not quite in our palette, sadly. This is not bad. Crimson Passion again. I think have that already in our set, so no wonder it's not so bad. Yeah, Maroon Moon doesn't look too bad here, but I really wish we could get another iris, just because I feel like that color is being underrepresented pretty hard. I would love to get that color a little more in here. You know, that doesn't look too bad iris wise, but it doesn't look great with the rest of the set, sadly. You know, I probably should have looked at this shader. Fetid copper. Once again, it has that nice, this is pretty cool, like hammered copper texture though. It's a really cool shader. I haven't played with this one that much actually yet. I should keep that one in mind for the future. It's really nice. Yeah, the platted lupinous too, really nice. Dang, this blue is like kind of in between the two blues we really want. It's like, it's not green enough and it's not purple enough, sadly. But I feel like it does kind of fit with the rest of the set's coloring scheme. Sadly, just not quite one way or the other for us. All these new shaders this season though have been really nice, for sure. I feel like I haven't seen too many sets rocking them yet, but very bold, which, you know, I guess a lot of people, I guess I'll say shy away from the bold shaders. They're tough to work with, so I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with not using them, but just show a bit of professionalism, a bit of adept skill when you're using those. And taming them, you know, that's the important part. You know, it's easy to just throw them on and have them being loud and proud, but to actually make them look good, that's the tough part. Okay, so I was gonna say you guys are gonna hate me, but it's more of I might hate myself. But I think I really like this Crimson Passion on these. You know, you can see the white flexes a lot more. The little dot fabric pattern, it's less noticeable than in the arms here, and you know, we've already talked about the colors matching pretty well, so I might switch down Crimson Passion down to the legs. In fact, we're gonna lock this in. We are going to go back to the arms. I know we've been on the arms a lot, and I might try to find a piece of arms that goes well with this shader, Queen's Grace, a new one. I think this matches that iris color we're going for. You can see in the eyes there. And I'm okay with switching the silhouette. The more I've been looking at it, the more I've been kind of falling out of favor with it. So don't mind switching. The only problem, this Queen's Grace has a lot of this yellow which is not in our group. There was some pairs of legs that had none of the yellow, but it was like all of the iris in that case. So just gonna go through, take a little look and show you guys. Oh, that's what we're looking for though. That light white and purplish, like just a hint of purple. That this would be good if it was the right silhouette. So we're gonna look for something like this. Dang, that's pretty good. I instantly found these Reverie Dawn grasps, excuse me. They do look a little more awkward than the legs with these, just because this is something that I don't know a lot about. It's just how I feel about it. When you have this strong mono color, a lot of red, in this one line here between the legs, chest, and head, it's really hard for me to go with a contrasting color in the arms, just because they just feel they're all the way out here on the side. They're already kind of out there by themselves, and I think it's easier to match these and break up your line of color than try to contrast here on the edge. But it can be done well if you have color that accents and contrasts this central line you got going on here. I think it can make it pop a little more. But these are more of like a complementary color, and I'm a little worried this is not going to look great if I continue with this. Let me see if I can find a bulkier pair of arms that shade like this very well. These are bulkier for sure. Not in love with it though. I'm trying to figure out why. Let me try the ornament version. I do like that better. I think the added detail helps a little bit there, but it's still just that complementary kind of standing out rather than adding to. So I'm not in love with this right now. We might have to settle on this glow being our main usage of the iris. Maybe I'll try to find another piece of or another shader that gives that similar glow. That is what I'm going to work on now. Dang. Okay, this welded brass looks really nice here. It's definitely known for this really bright purple glow, and I would say it's not quite the iris color I'm looking for, but it's definitely in contention for staying. I love the white accent matching up really well with this, and love this silhouette with these other pieces of armor with this shader on for sure. We'll keep this one locked in, and I'm gonna try to find an iris glow still, just to see if we can find a little better than this. But that was really nice. Oh man, is this it? This might be it. Crucible Peppermint, man. I was literally just going through all the shaders. I would have never guessed this would have hit just perfectly like this. I love what it does with the forearm here. Kind of makes this a little more subtle. I love the way it pops this out. Dang. Okay, I think this is it. That the iris blue here I think matches pretty well. Yeah, we're 5 shader, 5 unique armor piece right now. I think the cloak could be better if I was gonna improve anything, but I think we're pretty dead on with our colors. The helmet's got our dark sienna, I would say. The boots are a little light, but they are a dark red, just not quite as dark as that dark sienna up in the helmet. The helmet also has our iris, but the iris comes in a little bit as well here. Nice little touches of glow. Seafoam green only could be locked in on this wonderful cloak that I do really like. Very cool cloak. I think it is a little more of a tattered, worn look for this pretty regal looking knight, if I do say so myself. But maybe he's it's a society where you go through the ranks, and the cloak you get at the beginning is one you will always wear. And you know, if it's more tattered, then that means you've been around a while. You know, you've done a lot. It's kind of a sign of honor to have a tattered cloak. We'll go with that. This is our backstory, by the way, justifying this. And the Sunrise Warrior, pulling in the flirt, I would say. Nice flirt color, of course. Everyone knows flirt. Maybe jazzberry jammy. Little flirt, little jazzberry jam. Our nice little sigils on the hip towel. We are a Titan, by the way. Is the more so the flirt probably, but you know, it depends on like your lighting here in the chest. You can get a little bit of flirt. You get a little jazzberry jam. These are all words everyone knows and says all the time. And I think this is it. I think this is my submission to the hardest challenge I've done fashion wise in a bit. The silhouette, it's really tough because you know, you got to start with a silhouette really. I guess you could maybe this is you know, for the next time, because I probably will do this again. It was fun. I'll probably try to pinpoint the hardest colors and figure out what shader does it best. The seafoam green would have definitely been that. And then I probably would have put tarnished copper because it's really probably the best bet. There are a few others, but I think it was the closest to the actual color for the challenge. And then just kind of like cycle through a bunch of different armor pieces. But that, I feel like that sounds like it will take even longer than what I did. So I don't know. This is a tough challenge. This is really fun, and highly recommend if you're looking for some inspiration for more colorful sets. Coolers.co. I'll leave a link in the description for their website. It was it's just fun to look at. Something you can just hit roll on, see palettes of colors that go together pretty well, and you can lock the different colors. Not sponsored. If you want to sponsor me, I don't think they're pulling in a ton of money, but you know, if they want to sponsor, that'd be awesome. If you guys try it out, let me know. I think it's a fun challenge though. I think it's a fun challenge. Tag me on Twitter with your set, or join the Discord and drop it in there if you decide to do this challenge though. If you like this style of video, let me know in the comments. I probably will do a challenge like this again, but it's always nice to have the encouragement to shoot for it. This is if you like the style of commentary, let me know as well. I can probably shorten it down without all the jabbering, but I feel like it's, you know, what's the point of doing a challenge if you don't have my reaction of struggling while trying to find the right shader and right armor pieces, you know? So yeah, if you like this video, leave a like and subscribe as well. And I will be posting some more fashion content. Like I said, next week we'll probably be reviewing the winners of the Festival of the Lost fashion show. Pretty excited about that. Really hope I win as well. I hope you guys will win. I just love that Levante prize emblem. But I will see you in the next one. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. See ya.